got in the kitchen?
Oh my gosh, we are so lucky. We have Betty Swain and husband Bill and Mallory from the Lunch Bill in Newport News. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hampton Road Show. Betty, give me a big hug.
Okay.
And the last time you were here, I said, can you please bring Bill?
I know you did.
And you kept
so
your promise.
Did.
Bill,
Yeah.
it's good to see you and good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing? How's your Easter week going?
Going so far, so good.
So far, so good. And Mallory, thank you for being here as well. Now, apparently, you're going to make one of your favorites and one of your tried and true delights there from the Lunch Bell. What are you making for us, Betty?
I'm going to make our fresh coconut cake. It's one of the favorites of people. I don't make it about 4 times a year.
But you do around Easter, right?
Yes, and Easter and Christmas,
Easter and
and then
Christmas.
once or twice in between. But I call it a snowball cake. is
Oh,
what
the
it looks
snowball
like,
cake.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you're going to make your coconut cake. And Bill, what are you going to make for us?
I'm going to make his deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. What's the secret to those deviled eggs?
Well, I'll share that with you when I get into it. One of the,
But you said you're going to share the secret with us.
yeah.
Not
going
the
to-
apple butter secret you're looking
Any other
for.
secrets you want to share with us?
It's not an
Get
exact.
it out here now.
It's not an exact science, but the way we do it is proven, and I'll just go through it as I make them up and show them to you.
Okay, so we'll start with the coconut cake with Betty. Yes, Betty?
We've been married 56 years. I think people need to know that.
Yes, 56.
Yeah.
And what is the key
Been
to
working together for 30 years.
how do you stay together for so long? What's the key to the long life
my.
together?
We just take good care of each other.
Yes, you do. Well, more secrets with Betty and Bill in just a few minutes, so stick around. We are back in the kitchen with Betty Swain and granddaughter Mallory from the Lunch Bell in Newport News Town Center, and she's making her famous coconut cake for us. Mallory, how many of these have you had?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. All right, so what is the key to a good coconut cake there, Betty?
Having a good frosting on it that's nice and makes the cake moist as it goes in, soaks into the cake a little bit.
So it's all about the frosting. When it goes
It
in.
really is all about the frosting on a good fresh coconut
And they're
cake.
very popular around Easter time, too. So why don't
They
you go
are.
ahead and get started.
Okay.
Walk us through the process. What are you
I'm
doing?
going to put my egg whites in, and I have to beat those so they get nice and fluffy. Get my sugar out in there. While this is beating, she's getting my sugar water. This is boiling water with sugar in it. And then while this,
So beat the egg whites, and
they
at some
beat
point...
the egg whites so they start getting peaks. Then you pour this sugar water in while it's boiling hot so that it will cook the egg whites, so your meringue type of frosting will be cooked. But it'll be nice and fluffy, and it won't taste like meringue. It won't taste like egg either.
It'd just be kind of creamy, right?
Creamy.
And you said it's warm, so...
Yeah, it's hot. It's boiling hot.
It's boiling hot. But when you put it on the cake itself,
It's just still warm.
it's still warm and sort of takes to the cake and it makes it more moist.
Right, it does. If you watch, I just put a little bit at a time. Very thin little stream. Oops. And I keep this going the whole time. There we go. It'll come on up here in a few minutes and we'll have frosting.
How many of these cakes have you made in your
Oh
time?
goodness, a lot.
A lot, huh?
A lot, yeah. I have a list of people that I call when we are making one of these, and they come in to get some. Yeah, it's a real popular cake, and I love making it.
Do you take credit for the recipe, Betty?
Well, for finding it, it's
Right.
like I haven't doctored this in any way. I use it like I found it in the cookbook long years ago.
All
See,
right.
you can see it's coming up now. And it's going to be cooked here in just a couple of minutes. Now, I have to put some cream of tartar in. I'll put 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar in.
Now, why do you put... I've never even heard of cream of tartar. What is that
That
for?
holds the peaks. That makes it come up. And
Okay.
you know what? I don't actually know what cream of tartar comes from. There are several things that if you want success, you have to use that. So, but I've never taken the time to find out what it is exactly. But it's for this kind of thing. It will help to hold the peaks and the frosting.
Learn
smooth.
something every time you walk into this kitchen. So Mallory, you've had all the desserts there at the Lunch Bell. What's your favorite?
Oh my goodness. It kind of depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Some
huh?
days it's a banana pudding day. Other days it's sour cream. I really think that the sour cream lemon pie would be like all-time number one.
No, all-time number one. And what lunch item goes out the quickest? I know there's so many great items there at the Lunch Bell. What
Chicken
seems to be the most
salad.
popular?
Chicken salad.
Chicken salad.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 on the list. What is it?
Hamburgers now.
Yeah.
Hamburgers?
Our hamburgers are very popular.
Hamburgers are very popular.
Yeah.
And I hear you have special apple butter. Tell me about that.
Okay, Chris, you're getting
Every time you try to get me with this apple butter,
Well-
I'm not going to tell you the secret ingredient.
You know what? You don't have to tell me because I figured it out.
Yeah,
I
okay.
figured it out.
Okay.
What is it?
It's
Okay.
cinnamon.
No,
No.
It's
that's
molasses.
not secret.
It's apples. It's
That's
butter.
it. That's
I
it.
know.
It's the apple.
Cream of tartar, everybody. You put cream of tartar in your apple butter?
No.
Okay, so listen, you go ahead and keep working on the icing, and
Okay.
we'll wrap up the cake. And you know what? We'll have Bill come in and do his deviled eggs, and you guys can do it at the same time.
Okay.
Cake and deviled eggs.
Okay.
How about that? We'll get a little
That'll
crazy
work.
in the kitchen
Yeah.
with Betty, Bill, and
Now,
Mallory.
move my coconut over here so he can go there.
Okay, here, have your coconut. We're going to come back here in a few minutes, guys.
Okay.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show, everybody. We're back in the kitchen with Betty Swain from Lunch Bell in Newport News. She's finishing up her famous coconut cake. Also, her husband Bill, of 56 years, is here. He's making an Easter favorite, deviled eggs, and this is granddaughter Mallory. Bill, welcome back here to the Hampton Road Show. We haven't seen you since the top of the show. How you doing? How you enjoying the show?
Doing very well. It's a good experience, nice experience for me.
Well, thank you. We're so glad that you could join us today. Now, this coconut cake right here, is this a favorite there at the Lunch
It's
Bell?
a favorite. It really is.
All of her desserts are favorites.
All of our. What is your favorite, Bill?
Chocolate pie.
Chocolate pie. Can you tell me how you met this lovely lady right here?
Well, it's a long story. We got time.
No, not much. You give me the short version.
My brother was her minister up in Waynesboro, Virginia, and I went up there innocently one Sunday afternoon to take my parents up, and she showed me where the only service station was to go get gas. I came
We've
back
been buying
home,
gas together ever since.
and I came back home from a trip to California, and she was visiting my family with my brother and his wife, and we went to the movie every night that week, and I drove to Waynesboro every weekend, put 25,000 miles on my little 53 Ford in 11 months.
Just to see this pretty little lady.
I did.
I like that. That's a cute
I'm his
story.
child bride.
Child bride. I like that. And so, Betty, you are wrapping up your coconut cake. I see it's
am.
a triple layer. The icing is delicious.
It's boiled sugar frosting, and I use from the freezer department in your grocery store. This is the fresh coconut, and it does a wonderful job for it because almost nobody grates coconut anymore. So, but this is the same product already done for you.
Okay, so if anybody out there wants the recipe for this wonderful cake and so many other great favorites there at the Lunch Bell, Mallory, how can they get the recipe?
It is in our cookbook, and our cookbook is available at the restaurant. It's also available a couple different places on the peninsula. This cake is on
Amazon.
page 237. The deviled egg recipe is on page 15. But all of the recipes in here, it's a combination of recipes that we use at the restaurant and some of our family recipes, as well as we took submissions from customers.
Right.
And that's why it's the Lunch Bell Family and Friends.
Very nice. Now, you mentioned deviled eggs. Bill, you're going to make one of your favorites, the deviled egg. Go ahead and take us through the process and make us a couple.
Okay. In the interest of time, I've ground my egg yellows and put a dash of salt and some sweet relish in there, and I mix those dry ingredients up, and then add the mayonnaise as required.
Now, what kind of mayonnaise do you use, Bill? You use Duke's, right?
Dukes,
Yes.
Dukes,
Always Duke's, right?
Always.
Dukes heavy duty.
Does that make a
mayonnaise.
difference?
Oh, yes.
Well, I don't know. We've never tried anything else, I don't think.
Then that tells me it does make a difference. Okay, so you mix it up nice and firm.
Spreadable.
Uh-huh.
And
Now, I see that you've added to the egg, is that relish in there? What else? is
relish,
in there?
sweet relish, yes.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of salt, don't you, hon? If you were teaching somebody how to take that job over from you, what would you be telling them?
Well, I was going to say, a lady that joined us 34 years ago was a good deli type person, and she taught me a lot of things. One of which was the eggs. And what we typically do, we boil 5 or 6 dozen eggs. When we do them, we save some for boiled eggs, we save some for egg salad, and then we take the nice ones and make the deviled eggs.
Now, are they ready to be filled?
They're ready to be filled.
Go ahead and fill
we
a
call
couple.
them stuffing.
And you
We
stuff
do.
them. Stuff those eggs.
Another little secret, if you'll notice, all these are centered. The eggs are, the whole is centered. And we do that because when we boil them, at 10 minutes, by the time they start boiling, we stir them up with a spoon, stir them graciously with a spoon, and then that centers the centrifugal force,
Nice.
centers the yolk in the egg.
Now,
And it
do you
makes
say, do you cap it with a little bit of this right here?
Right. Paprika.
A little bit of paprika on
paprika,
top.
right.
Can't wait to try that, Bill. And thank you so much for joining us today, along with you, Betty and Mallory. The Lunch Bell Family Restaurant is located at 694 Town Center Drive in Newport News. Give them a call at 873-1839 or look them up online, thelunchbell.com. If you can, get a copy of this wonderful cookbook. It'll share so many great recipes with you and your family. Thanks so much for coming here today, guys, and have a happy Easter.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, Bill.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.